It's week 2 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see this team's versatile linebacker. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, you want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the buildup is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just 1 of 17, that's not the case. It is different, Mike. You have all training camp, all summer, all spring.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win.
Here's a first carry for their running back. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. Back to it and dare him to stop it.
Right back to him on first down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. A pickup of 12 yards. And that will be a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. A tight end in motion now. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to run for it.
Fourth down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the first down, and keep this drive alive.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on third down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Back to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left. But this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
The home team's offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on
this crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish.
Previous play
the red
is under
flag
review.
is on the field. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down. So that challenge, a successful one. The extra point is good, and his guys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And this This will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and a yard. We're about ready now for the punt. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He's going to let this one go deep.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
We're all set to kick this one away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. We are through 1. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
To the ground, a 1st down run. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's going to run it. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 43-yard.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one complete right side.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Results in a 1st down.
to the sideline and intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
The extra point is good. And his guys move out on top 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. A gain of 11 there, and a first down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Another catch on the drive, this one for 13 yards, and another first down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here comes 3rd and 6. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Now a second timeout called by the defense, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's the punter now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe. So now this team's offense headed back to take over once more. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the visitors are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game for Orlando. We'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're...
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to... Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Handoff here, up the middle. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And now here comes the punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
They'll look to throw yet again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They'll turn and hand this one off. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. It is picked up by the defense.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. A run now on second down. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's complete. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now,
he's got his big tight end.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
He's got a man. Take it in for 2. And we are all tied here in the third quarter. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet up the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough. It'll pick up a first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A gain of 21 on that pass play. That's enough for a first down. Back to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground after the penalty. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Slot receiver headed right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Up the middle they go.
The running back will get the ball carrier. Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. 37 yards. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Now a give up the middle. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. He's got it at the 3. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. They send him right out of the slot. They run on the jet sweep, and that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Here's a run going left, and some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have fourth down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Here's a big one. This third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a fourth down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind him.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. They'll look to throw again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. To the air now on 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. His 11th grab of the game, and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. 2nd down, 8 for the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Fires left sideline. That is complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings...
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Now a give on the ground. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. yards. Here's 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner after this. They'll stick with him again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. Third and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one to win it in overtime. This one is hooking, and he missed it. No good, wide to the left. And we will keep going here in overtime.
Such a deflating feeling now on that sideline. Here, you have a shot where you make it, you win. Now your defense has to go back on the field again, and I can guarantee you this is going to be a slow walk back onto that field.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive will start on the ground, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun, and that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Mike, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. So, that's going to be it. It was a game that did not lack for highlights. But in the end, 4 quarters and an overtime session couldn't break the deadlock. This game ends in a tie. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.